I think for me it could be a good sign to have a new challenge somewhere else. I am thinking of this to have a new challenge somewhere else. How's this going to end, Jules?
It will end, like we've said on the show for many weeks now. He's basically said publicly what we've been telling our viewers on the show, is that he wants to go now. He feels it's the right time to go. There's no Champions League at Old Trafford. The squad might get a little bit better, but they're never going to sign world-class players this summer anyway, and he knows that. And I think he feels after 3 years there, on the back of his best season, even if we disagree on what best season means, he feels that's his best season. The numbers, in a way, back him up on that as well. So he feels it's the right time. It's either Juventus or Real Madrid. I don't think there's anyone else who can afford him right now and where he would want to go anyway.
Meanwhile, another player looks like he's on his way out at Old Trafford is Romelu Lukaku. This is what his international coach...
I thought Roberto Martinez was on his way out.
Roberto Martinez had to say it's clear that Romelu Lukaku needs to leave Manchester United. It would be good for both parties. Are you surprised that Martinez has gone public with this, Jules? Obviously, Inter have been very closely linked to a move for the Belgium striker.
He's been defending him a lot, I thought, in the last few weeks. You know, he also said that, you know, Rome is not happy, and when he's not happy, he can't express himself properly on the pitch. But when he's happy, he's one of the best strikers in the world or in Europe. That kind of stuff. And in a way, that's his job, Martinez, to protect, you know, his players, the ones that he has with him in the national team. And I think that's why he's been so vocal about it, even giving away, as we saw, that he's looking for a move and probably will not be at Manchester United next season.
But I know for a fact it does not sit well with football clubs when international managers...
Yep.
I mean, it's bad enough for football clubs when players go away on international duty and they come back injured. Managers go berserk, you know. So now to have a manager, a high-profile manager, talking about a player needs to leave a club, I'll tell you how irate they will be at Manchester United about comments like that. I mean, it's. I don't know how many others have made sort of suggestions about players, but that's strong.
Especially if rumours are to be believed, these two clubs are negotiating. I mean, for both parties, it has to be infuriating.
But Lukaku must have known about it, yeah? He must have spoken to Martinez about it.
But Martinez has got a place as an international manager to look after his international squad, but not to make comment about players leaving clubs.
Exactly. If I'm Romelu Lukaku here, and as much as I may be having this discussion with my international manager about my future and what it may mean, and I know that clubs are speaking, the last thing I want is Roberto Martinez chiming in and having his say and kind of revealing, you know, some of Lukaku's own thoughts and kind of upsetting both clubs in the middle of the process.
Looking after his boy, though, isn't he?
Well, Roberto Martinez can look after his boy when he is with his boy.
Right.
When they're having that conversation between the two of them. And he can say to Lukaku, hey, Romelu, maybe it is time to go. But that conversation, not a conversation to the world, is nobody else's business. And it could very well impact negotiations. It could tamper the negotiations. It could lean the negotiations one way or the other. And now you're putting the player in a position where he has to defend one way or the other. It's an uncomfortable place to be. And if you're Roberto Martinez, you've put Lukaku in the middle of all of this, where you could have just said, Romelu, maybe it's time for you to go. But right here, on a personal conversation, not out in public.
See, that's the thing, and I fully agree. What's to be gained by Roberto Martinez saying this? Who gains, other than Roberto Martinez being on the back pages? I don't understand what's the benefit to anybody here.
If Gareth Southgate was to say, Harry Kane, he's got to leave Tottenham now. Yeah. Or Didier Deschamps was to say, Kylian Mbappe, PSG, they're not going to do anything. He needs to go to Real Madrid. Or N'Golo Kante needs to leave Chelsea because he's not playing in the right position. He's been playing out of position. That will infuriate these clubs and potentially make that relationship with releasing players. I know there's rules and regulations about releasing players, but clubs have a way of getting around that sometimes, and it just puts a rod in the middle of that relationship, and that could be detrimental down the line.
Lukaku played his last game for United, Jules?
I think so, and I think he doesn't want to be not the first choice as a striker, and Marcus Rashford will certainly be the first choice next season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and for Manchester United. So there's a room for him right now on the bench. I don't think that's what he wants anyway. The thing is, he has a very big salary, and United will want a high transfer fee as well for him to go. So whether Inter, for example, as that's the club who are they talking to, can afford him, that's a different story as well.
I'll give you an example, sorry, just quickly. You know, for example, say, and there's been talk of this, that Yuri Tielemans is going to go to Manchester United, right? So say hypothetically, Yuri Tielemans goes to Manchester United. Romelu Lukaku leaves. We've had the Roberto Martinez rhetoric. United have said they'll pay him a fortune in wages. We say to him, listen, you're not going to play in that friendly. Don't go and play in that game. And I know there are FIFA regulations and UEFA regulations, but clubs can make it uncomfortable for a player by saying, listen, we're paying you wages, so we want to protect you. By the way, we're not happy with it. So, do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you've got 2 or 3 players from a country and a manager's making statements about football clubs out with the realms of his job specification, then that can cause issues down the line if that particular club has 2 or 3 international players. I'm telling you.
Just seems he's picking an unnecessary fight. Speaking of United, Jules, they're in a big load of trouble, aren't they? Pogba gone, Lukaku gone, Van Bissaka may be coming in. Where's he going to play? Everywhere? If you're Manchester United this summer, if you're a fan and you saw what happened last season, how on earth are they going to get over this hump?
The rebuilding job of that squad is just momentous. It's so big. It's bigger than what we've seen in recent years for top clubs, you know. And right now they're focusing on the defense, which is probably right to start there with a right back and a centre back. Wan-Bissaka, as we saw tonight with the under-21s, for example, is an outstanding talent. Whether he costs 50 or 60 million pounds, which is a lot of money for someone with just one season in the Premier League, it's a different debate. But they need a right back and a real one, a proper one, not the Ashley Young kind of right backs. And same with the centre back. And Issa Diop might be the guy. They could have had him a year ago for 25 million pounds, and now they might have to pay 60 and probably 80 if they want Harry Maguire as well. So I don't know where they will find enough money to rebuild their squad completely if already a right back and a centre back cost them in excess of 150 million pounds.